Hi, so tell us your name.
My name is Thomas Garibay. I am the mariachi director at J.D. Smith Middle School here in Las Vegas. I've been teaching middle school mariachi for almost 20 years now. I'm a product of the Texas band system. I grew up in Corpus Christi, Texas, and I was in concert band, marching band, jazz band. I discovered mariachi in high school, where the early bird ensemble was looking for a trumpet player for solo and ensemble, and they reached out to the top trumpet players and said, hey, can you guys learn these songs so we can go in and compete? And it was my first experience playing mariachi. Growing up in South Texas, I was around it, but it was another opportunity for me. I was the lead trumpet player at my school, and I was doing youth symphony and jazz band and concert band, and this was something different. And when we're at that age and we're doing things well, we want to try and explore as much playing as possible. So it was a great opportunity for me to do that, and I fell in love with it.
Awesome. So tell me the difference between a mariachi embouchure and fundamental technique and your classical wind ensemble embouchure and fundamental technique.
Well, the common misconception is that they're two completely different setups, and that couldn't be further from the truth. When I'm training beginning trumpet players, like my trumpet players are trained by me in my mariachi classes, it's fundamental trumpet playing. Like we're not, I use band method books, and the ideas are still the same. I'm looking for intonation, tone quality, air support, everything, blend and balance, everything that goes into integrating a good trumpet player into an ensemble. I take the same approach in the beginning that I would for a band, student, or any genre of music. It's what differs is the style. And if you have a good enough trained trumpet player, that your lead trumpet player for your concert band or your marching band, and you need them, as your lead trumpet player in your jazz band, you don't play your jazz music the same as you would, a Sousa march, or you wouldn't play it the same as you would, your marching band pieces. Your players adapt to it, and that's all you're doing with the mariachi style. Now, yes, mariachi is generally a little bit brighter, and that's not always like that. On our ballads, we are looking for a very warm and rounded tone, and since the trumpet is the only brass in the string ensemble, we do often take an orchestral approach. Now, we're not looking for that deep and dark orchestral sound completely all the time, but it's the idea of blending the brass with the strings that still keeps the ideas the same, like the basic concepts. Probably the biggest difference between mariachi trumpet playing and many of those other genres is the staccato articulation is a little bit shorter. It's a little bit more of a tack. A staccato, articulation for a band student might have still a little bit of sound at the end, whereas with the trumpet, like occasionally with the mariachi trumpet, we want that staccato to have a little bit of a tongue stop at the end, kind of like a big hit in jazz, da! That is a little bit of the attacks in the mariachi, but it's not all the time, and it's a quick adjustment. The other one is vibrato. A lot of people listen to the vibrato for mariachi and think like, well, it's just a fast vibrato. Again, a common misconception. The vibrato is actually at different times. Like we have a 16th note division of the beat, we have a triplet division, an 8th note division. It depends on the style of the song, and it depends on speed of the song. But the students are learned, to control that vibrato. We're not just shaking our horns and thinking that's what it is. It is actually, worked on and controlled. Like it's all about control and still supporting and playing in tune. And these are if you're thinking of the idea of I don't want my trumpets to be, tainted because they played a different style of music. Like this broadens their horizons. Like it broadens what kind of trumpet player they can be, and the way that they adapt between different genres of music. Like it was successful for myself, and I was moving back and forth, multiple times a day. There was points in my junior year where I was, started the morning in mariachi, next period I was in concert band rehearsals, and then, later in the afternoon I was in jazz band rehearsals. I was having to adjust 3 different times, and then sometimes youth orchestra rehearsals later in the evening. 4 different, ensembles throughout the day, and, I wasn't playing mariachi style the whole way through. So, you trust that with the guidance and your reminders, because they are students, they can be successful in all of this, and it's only going to make them better players. The more time on the horn, the better they are.
Thank you so much, man. That was awesome. Appreciate it.